And what's your experience with the farm workers of South Africa?
Yeah, I basically grew up on the farm. My parents is my immediate family is from the farm. I have a very deep relationship with the farm. Uh, 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 because why my parents is there, I have some bias towards my parents, my family, and so on. But I also took a very broader interest in the agriculture sector in South Africa.
And in your point of view, how are the farm workers of South Africa treated?
Very bad. We mention it modern slavery. Eh? Workers are economically being squeezed. Some of the things, workers don't have food. Workers cannot afford these children to go to school, to high school. Children drop out of high school. Our children cannot go to the university. There is no farm worker child that can enter the doors of university. And that's quite fundamental. You see, under apartheid we suffer, under the new dispensation we suffer. So that is why we feel our people, our farm workers, our farm dwellers cannot suffer anymore. There's enough suffering. And that is we make a peasant plea that please assist us, please help us, so that we can stop this modern slavery on the farms. And I'm glad to say that the kind of support that we get from the Norwegians, we are very grateful. But the Norwegians must continue support us. You must continue to defend us. You support the restoration of our human dignity. You basically defend our human existence. You see, if we continue on this trajectory, that there will be no future, there will be no future for our children in South Africa. Our children will be die, and many of our children die from there's no enough food. There's not enough warmth. There's not enough blanket. So basically, even the system, even South African system does not even comply with the basic human rights, basic human requirements. And that is why we don't have any other choice but to continue fight for the voiceless people of South Africa.
Can you describe to me the violence that's happening against farm workers?
Yeah, that is extremely one of the violence. Sometimes people don't see that it's violence, but the economical that people don't have food. Many families must go to bed without food. That is violence. That is serious violence against people. The second violence is a physical violence that farmers inflict on the workers. The farmers always deny the thing. There was a reference to where a person was killed in a tomato land, where the farmer are beating workers to death. And the things happen. There's no outcry. The only outcry which we experience when a farmer is being killed. When a farmer is being killed, the farmer is being killed out of hatred. Now, hatred, what they does to the farm workers and so on. Then there's a big national, international outcry. When a farm worker died, you don't hear about it. There's a dead silence on the farm worker. But farm workers are normally, and then there's another thing that basically kills dangerous machinery on the farms. Pesticiding. Those are the instruments that kill our people on the farms.
Can you describe to me the process of processing dangerous chemicals without protection? How is that done? What does it do to a worker to be in a possession where you handle those dangerous chemicals every day?
You see, people are hospitalized. People are very unhealthy. People are sitting with all kinds of problems, health problems. It's quite severely the situation of pesticides. you sitting in the people, that it is the Ministry of Health and Safety, Department of Labor. They are not enforcing health and safety. If the kind of things happen in your country, you will basically close down all these farms. So that is a normal phenomenon, that people can be killed, people can become unhealthy, people can become sick. So that is not a big thing for when you are poor, when you are a farm worker. People that you will describe the thing is normal in South Africa.
In your point of view, how has the development been for the farm workers after apartheid ended?
Oh yes, you see, there was farm workers they have high expectations that the new ANC government will accelerate changing, will accelerate growth, will accelerate better conditions. But then, and all the farm workers is basically voting for the ANC, vote for liberation. But now farm workers are very disappointed in the new trajectory, with the new dispensation. Farm workers feel that the ANC have forgotten them. The new South Africa is moving away from them. The new South Africa is only for people with wealth and status. Farm workers feel they did not benefit. Sometimes people will say that it's an exaggeration. Farm workers will basically tell you that it was better under apartheid. So that is the kind of comparison that farm workers make. But you must understand in what conditions, under what circumstances farm workers make this comparison. Under apartheid, there was land. The old dispensation know that you must give them land, you must give them enough food so that they can work hard. So that was the old order. The new in farm workers lose this privilege after the release of Nelson Mandela, after the democratic elections in 1994. The farmers are take away this privilege. So now go to Mandela, go to the black government, ask them for land, go there, ask them food and so on. So the farmers have basically cut this little bit of farm workers. And that is basically throw workers into the deep level of poverty in South Africa.
What does the union movement mean to you?
Of course, very, very important. You know that I basically, you must know I have not much formal education. Due to apartheid, I must leave the school. I must go assist my father. I must work with my father. I work as a child labor. And I must go through terrible conditions. So I was one of the first people when I come into the major cities to join union. And I not only joined union, I basically fighting for the union. I convince everybody to join the union so that we can fight together. So for me, the trade union mean a lot. The trade union mean for us liberation. And in fact, that was the Congress of South Africa Trade Union. When the Congress of South African Trade Union rise up in its members, we smash apartheid. So trade union is very near in my heart. I belong in militant, vibrant trade unionism. You see, that is the only thing. Without a vibrant, solid, strong, militant trade union, our world will fall apart. The situation will be 10 times, 100 times worse. So the trade union is very important, strong, competent, that keep the system in order. Otherwise, you will see chaos.
What are your hopes for the future?
You see, I'm always, even in the most oppressing times, I am always hopeful. So I'm also a person that believe in radical change. I believe strong in radical change. I also believe that every person on earth must share in the benefit of his hard fighting labor. né? And I believe that the trade union have a very significant role, very important role. Trade union, in fact, also influence the political trajectory. né? And it's nothing wrong that a trade union cannot be apolitical. So I'm very hopeful was the union. In fact, if you are familiar that there is now the new Federation of Trade Unions, South African Federation of Trade Union, known as SAFTU. We basically support the formation, the birth of this new federation wholeheartedly. We basically see this federation give us hope that can deal with the crisis, that can combine the struggle of unemployed, the struggle of our community with the struggle of unemployed workers. You must combine the struggle. And I think that no organization is perfect, but at least that the new Federation of Trade Unions give up hope. We was very dehumanized when COSATU, and I come from COSATU. I was basically grow up in COSATU. We building the municipal workers, we building the textile workers, and so on. So we building the manufacturing work, the car manufacturing. So we build this union. We are very proud of COSATU. But when the COSATU are becoming so reluctant to listen to the outcry of millions of people, we're becoming very disappointed with COSATU. We're becoming say that COSATU must break his close alliance with the ANC government and taking a more radical stand, lead our workers into struggle, because why? Take this new government on. Take the ANC government on, because why? The ANC government implement new liberal policy, represent the interests of the World Bank, represent the interests of the international capitalist institutions. And that will not change our life. So we're becoming very critical with the COSATU, and we feel that COSATU was captured by the government, by the elites, and they are more concerned about his personal benefit that he can get. So yes, we was disappointed, but the new Federation of Trade Unions gives us some hope. Man, COSATU don't have words to describe it. COSATU don't have words to thank you, the Norwegian people, the people of the Scandinavian country. You are always on our side. You are on our side in the in the hard, dark days of apartheid. You're fighting shoulder by shoulder with us. Now you are on our side. The farm workers don't have a voice in South Africa. There's 700,000 farm workers in South Africa. There's an average of 4 to 5% of those workers who are unionized. We believe if we can expand and we can strengthen our unionization, we can dealing with 99% of the problem that facing the working class of South Africa. So this prize meaning a lot for us, that even that increase our moral authority, that increase our outlook, that increase our status into the world.